Oh, well, isn't that fantastic? Immediately, battery is dead. Battery is dying. Oh, I'm so mad. I was so mentally prepared to just start this video, and now I have to stop because my camera has to charge. You know what? Whatever. While my camera is charging, I'm gonna be working on this Granny Stitch bucket hat, okay? I'll show you it more when my camera is done charging. I am mad.
2 hours later.
Hello. It has been a while for sure. It's been about a month since I've filmed a video, and a lot has happened in the last month, and it pisses me off because when I get busy, usually it's vlogging that gets put on the chopping board because I just don't have the mental capacity to just keep up with it while doing all of the other stuff that I'm doing. And I'm gonna have to get better at that because I can't be making videos if I'm too busy to be making videos. You know what I mean? Duh. Oh my gosh, where do I even start? Okay, well, first of all, let me start by showing you the hat that I finished while my camera was charging. Oh my god! Ah, look how cute I am! Ah! Cute! Cutie pie! Look at me! Cutie patootie. Also, I have eyeliner on my shirt. Yay! This is so cute. I'm so excited to put this in my art market bucket. Oh! I'm doing another art market. I didn't even tell you, you don't even know, because I technically did tell you, by you I mean the camera, that I was doing an art market, but I literally got so busy that I didn't have time to film and upload it. So I have a video backlogged about me prepping for the art market last month that I have yet to post. But I don't want to scrap a video just because it's old. Because I have to post videos when I have the time. Because if I just scrap videos because they get a couple of weeks old, then I'm not gonna ever have a video. You know what I mean? So I did an art market last week. I had a little table at a building in my town, and it was free. I didn't have to pay a vendor's fee. And I said, hell yes. I said hell yes, absolutely, because it was free, and I didn't have to pay a vendor's fee. I did only give myself 2 weeks, like 2 weeks notice to get all of my stuff prepared and done, which is why I didn't have time to film a video, because I was crocheting. I was this close to giving myself a wrist injury. I mean, I'm like pretty recovered now, but there were a good 2 or 3 weeks where I was like really having to be strategical about when and how long I was crocheting, because I really just wanted to just, you know, power through and get my stuff done for the market, because I only gave myself 2 weeks because I said yes, because I just wanted to jump on the opportunity. I just wanted to jump and say yes and be a yes woman, because I didn't want to be like, oh, well, I didn't know, and I wish that I had more time to prepare, and I'll try it next month, and blah, blah, blah. No. None of that. Work hard. Say yes. Seize the opportunities. So I said yes, and for those 2 weeks, I worked really, really hard, and I had the art market, and it was really good. I made a couple TikToks talking about how it went, but overall, it went really well. I didn't sell that many things, but I sold one hexagon cardigan, which like really helped my total because that was the most expensive thing that I sold. And another thing that I said was that I was surprised that none of my smaller, lower priced items sold, like none of my scrunchies or my coasters sold. But a bucket hat, some bandanas, and a one top, and a hexagon cardigan I did sell. So with that in mind, I'm kind of working more on like hats and bandanas and things like that, more like cheaper wearables as opposed to like cheaper accessories like scrunchies or coasters, because we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens, because I was really surprised that none of my like $5 things sold. While I was at that art market, I met somebody who was vending at a table across from me, who saw the hexagon cardigan that I had on my mannequin, and he really liked it. The one that I had on my mannequin that I sold was pink ombre, and he wanted one that was like greens and white and black to like, it was themed off of this, I don't really know what it was, a podcast or like a book series. I'm not really sure what it was, but he commissioned me for a cardigan with those colors. So for like the past 2 weeks, I've been working on that. So I haven't really had time to make more things for my upcoming art market like I thought I would. But you know, I'm not complaining. I'm happy that I got a cardigan commission. I was really, really excited about that. That was like my first cardigan commission. I had done a sweater commission for my sister-in-law. I made her and her 2 daughters sweaters last winter, and she did pay me for that, but like this was my first non-familial connection commission, you know what I mean? That's not true. Well, I did do a bandana, but like a higher priced one, you know what I mean? Okay, so that happened. Art market, cardigan commission. Oh, also, oh my god, this honestly could be just like a video all on its own, a little catch-up video, because I have so much to tell you. I did my first pattern test, and it makes me so mad that I didn't make a video about it, but I literally didn't have time. I didn't have time. I was too stressed. I was too overwhelmed. There was too much on my plate already. I couldn't add on filming and then, you know, looking nice for camera and making sure that my lighting was good and only filming when blah, blah, blah. It was just too much to think about. But I did a pattern test. I did a pattern test for, hey! I'm washing my sheets. Even though I washed my sheets yesterday because my dog threw up on my bed this morning, and I laid out a quilt on top of my mattress so that my dog could continue to lay on our bed, even though he threw up on it, I put out a quilt on the mattress so that he wasn't laying directly on the bare mattress. He's in there laying on the bare mattress because he's scooched that quilt all up into one corner and is using it as a pillow. Anyway, I did a pattern test for Kayla from I did a pattern test for Kayla from Chromatic Crochet. Question mark if there's an S at the end. And the story behind that's not really a story. I applied and she accepted me. But I saw a video of hers on my TikTok For You page, and I really liked her stuff. I, saw a couple of her videos. I scrolled through her page and I liked her stuff, so I followed her. And then a couple of days after I followed her, she made a video saying that she was like doing a pattern test call. What am I trying to say? She was calling for pattern testers. Usually, like, the people that I follow on TikTok and Instagram, they have like big followers. I'm trying to like be better about following smaller accounts. Just cause I like that. I like following smaller accounts because I'm a small account, And I thought that it would be a really great opportunity if I applied for that because, she's got about, I don't know, 5,000, 2,000 followers on TikTok. More than I have, like, power to her, but not that big. So I thought the chance of me getting accepted if I applied to her pattern test would be greater than if I applied to, like, somebody with 1 million followers, you know what I mean? So I DM'd her and I said, hey, I followed you a couple of days ago. I really like your stuff, and I saw that you followed me back, and I saw that you need some pattern testers. I would love to do it. So she sent me the pattern test application via email, and she accepted me, and I did the pattern test. It was for the gem ruffle top, which is out today, actually, the day that I'm filming this, not the day that I'm uploading it, but it's out today. And I messaged her today, actually, and I was like, hey, happy pattern release day. Like, I hope everything goes well and stuff. Like, you have a really great pattern. I don't know. I'm really just trying to branch out and hopefully make some like online friends, because I have no real life friends. Anyway, I did the pattern test for the gem ruffle top. I first did it in this color, and this is the one that I did first. She only required us to do one top, but I just wanted to do two because I made this in small, and it does fit me. I was talking in our group chat, like our pattern test group chat on Instagram. I was like, the small fits, and I'm gonna submit photos with me in the small, but I'm gonna make a medium after I'm done making this, because it's just gonna depend on how much cleavage I want to show that day, because the small does fit, but I think that medium would fit me better, you know? I made it in black. I said in the group chat, I was like, you will hardly ever catch me saying this, but I really want this top in black. I really want to remake this in black. Oh, there's deodorant stains on it. Fuck. Oh, I also haven't weaved in the ends on this one yet. But anyway, so I did a couple of tops of these. I didn't do a bead on mine. You know, her pattern, you have the option to like put in a bead right here on this little top of the diamond cutout, or not. And I chose to not because I didn't like the idea of a bead, but because I couldn't well, actually that's not true. I don't really like the look of a bead. I would much rather have like something like a little tiny charm or something dangling right there, as opposed to just like one stationary bead. And so I was looking for like little tiny dainty dangly charms that I could put in the middle of that cutout instead of a bead, and I couldn't find one that was cheap. So, and I didn't want to wait for one in the mail, so I just did it without it, and I think it looks cute. But I think if I ever make it again, I would want to like take the time to pick out a charm that I liked to put in the middle of that cutout thing. Maybe if I made a yellow one, I could do like a little sun or a little sunflower or something like that. You know, I was kind of thinking to get just like one of those little like teardrop crystals, just like a clear one. I think that would be really simple and, you know, subtle, but, you know, add a little shimmer. So that took about a few days. It took me about 2 days to make each top. You know, I start working on the top and I get the top done and I'm like, oh, this is so fast. And then I start on the ruffles and that takes like a full half day to get those goddamn ruffles done, because ruffles take so long. And then what I did is I made this hat. This watermelon bucket hat. And I made this because I saw Helena from Squish & Co. on TikTok say that she and a couple of other people were creating this group where crocheters can, you know, make things and patterns, and they're gonna sell the patterns and do a sweepstakes for the physical objects and do like an auction, I think, and all of the proceeds are gonna go to help families of Palestine. So that's why this is watermelon themed. So I decided that I wanted to be a part of that, so I said that there was like a little application that I could apply. I said what I wanted to make. I said a watermelon bucket hat. They emailed us in like a group thing. What's it called? Like a group chat, but email version. A thread? An email thread? No, that's like, I don't know. Anyway, I have to submit photos to this. I have to submit photos of this bucket hat and like send it. I don't know where I'm sending it. I think I might send it directly to the person that buys it. Like, I'm not sending it to them to then send to them. I'm just gonna, the sweepstakes are gonna happen. It's gonna get auctioned off or bought, or I don't know how exactly it's gonna work, but it's gonna get bought, and then I think I'm gonna send it to whoever buys it, I think. So this took me like a day to make, and I think it's really freaking cute. I just freehanded this pattern. I just freehanded it. I was gonna look up like a free pattern or something on Pinterest, but on Pinterest, but none of the ones that I was looking at on Pinterest were like exactly what I had in mind. I mean, they were all kind of similar. I mean, a watermelon bucket hat's a watermelon bucket hat. I mean, they're all gonna kind of look similar, but I just freehanded this. Sergio said, my husband said, that he thinks it's a little short. I probably could have added like one more row of red before I added the strip of white, but you know, oh well. I think it's super cute. And then I also made another one that I haven't weaved in the ends or added the seeds to yet. And I was gonna make like a handful of these to take to my market, but I'm probably gonna only finish this one and not make another one because adding these seeds is really annoying. Also, I started another bucket hat like this one. This is that one that everybody's been making right now because of Passionate Kelsey. She found this tutorial by Knotting Hook Crochet and made a vlog about it, and now everybody and their sister is making them. So that's that tutorial, the Knotting Hook Crochet one. Kelsey, she modified her brim a little bit so that it was less ruffly. I didn't on mine. I think it looks fine with the amount of ruffles that are just, you know, how the pattern comes. I started another one in yellow. And I'm gonna try to see how many I can get done before my art market on Friday because I don't have to work this week because it is 4th of July week and I'm a painter and people don't want painters in their house on 4th of July week. That came from within my soul. Speaking of soul, okay, this is gonna be so totally niche, and I bet at this point in the video nobody's even watching or paying attention to what I'm saying, and the 2 people that are watching right now are not even gonna know what I'm fucking talking about, but just humor me and let me rant about this, okay? So my husband and I, we started watching these movies called Wishmaster. It's like, it was these movies from the 90s, and it's basically like the devil. He's not really the devil, but he pretty much acts and looks and talks like the devil. He's like a genie, or what we today know as genies, to like grant wishes and stuff, but he's also kind of like a leprechaun, like an evil leprechaun, in the way that he like will always twist your wish and take it like really too literally, and you always end up like regretting your wish or dying. He likes to kill people a lot from the wishes. You know, the plots of the movies are not really important. I thought they were good movies. They're kind of bad, but you know, they're good bad. They're fun to watch in a bad way. I mean, they're bad in a fun to watch way. But anyway, I didn't even really want to talk about like the plot of the movies. I just wanted to say I have this theory because we watched the first one 2 nights ago and then we watched the second one last night. I think it's a trilogy. I think there are 3 of these movies. And I have this theory because I had not been able to stop thinking about it through the entire run of both films. I have this theory that this movie trilogy is casting their lead actresses as lookalikes of other popular, more famous actresses of the 90s. Let me explain. So, Wishmaster 1 came out this year. Let me look it up. Let me be legit. If I'm gonna be this way about it, be all crazy cuckoo about it, let me be for real. 1997. That was the year my brother was born. Oh, and then the third one came out in 2001. That was the year I was born. Wishmaster 1 comes out in 1997 and stars Tammy Lauren, which, when I first saw her, I thought was Linda Hamilton. I thought she was Linda Hamilton from the Terminator movies. I'm gonna put a picture of them side by side. And you tell me that I was not incorrect in thinking that they looked alike. And it wasn't just the fact that they looked alike, it was the lighting and the makeup and the way that they acted and the way the script was written that made me feel like they were trying to get the audience to believe that Linda Hamilton was in this movie from like the trailer and posters and stuff, but they didn't have the budget, or they didn't want to pay, you know, a big name actor like Linda Hamilton. Well, I don't know if this girl who starred in this movie wasn't a big name actress. I had never seen her before, but I had seen Linda Hamilton in Terminator 1 and 2, so much so that I thought that she was her. But anyway, so the whole time that I was watching Wishmaster 1, I was thinking, this girl looks like that girl from Terminator. This looks like that girl from Terminator. And then my theory solidified when we watched the second movie. Actually, you know, my theory hasn't actually been solidified yet. My theory has been furthered. When we watch the third movie, maybe tonight or tomorrow, my theory will either be confirmed or rejected. Or I guess I could look now, but I kind of want to keep the suspense. Anyway, Wishmaster 2 comes out in 1999. Stars Holly Fields. Now okay. I'm gonna put a picture of Holly Fields in Wishmaster 2 from 1999. And you tell me they were not going for Winona Ryder in the 1990s. Tell me she's not Winona Ryder in the 90s. Look at Winona Ryder. It wasn't just that they just so happened to look like, it was the way that she talked. It was the way that they framed her face. It was the way that she was directed, I guess. I don't know if she was directed that way, but it looked like she was a fucking Winona Ryder impersonator. Did they like put her in the trailer and then like whoosh, like a special effect over her face, and then like got her turning over the shoulder? Because I don't know, this is just a theory. Like I said, I'm a little unhinged right now. And then to get people to think that Winona Ryder was in this film when she wasn't, to get people to watch the film thinking that it had Winona Ryder in it when it didn't. Am I crazy for thinking this? Am I crazy for formulating this theory? I think I might be. I don't know. I was in bed last night with Sergio, and I was a little unhinged because we had just finished watching the movie, and I was like, I'm telling you, that girl looked like Winona Ryder. And I was like, well, when we watch the third movie, if they have like a fucking Drew Barrymore impersonator in the third movie, then my theory will be confirmed. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you about this too, because she just texted me. One of my friends, from when we were friends in like middle school, and mostly we were friends in like elementary and middle school. And then we were kind of friends in high school, but like not as close. But anyway, this old friend of mine texts me the other day. She's trying to start her own photography business. I'm trying to start my own crochet business. She's like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're good. Let's meld our businesses. Let me take some pictures of your crochet stuff, and I can advertise my photography simultaneously, you advertising your crochet stuff. It's a perfect coalescence of our businesses. And I said, yes, that sounds like so much fun. So later this week, we're gonna get together, have some lunch, talk about some stuff. She's gonna give me like a little plan for the photo shoot, like what kind of stuff that she usually does for photography. I'm super excited. I feel like I'm making a bunch of connections, meeting new people, expanding my business. I'm feeling hyped up. Wow, I really did intend to like vlog today, like all of what I'm gonna do today, but I literally have been talking to the camera, catching you up on all the stuff that I've been doing for the past month for like 25 minutes. And I have another thing to tell you. I'm gonna go see Dan and Phil in October, and I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Okay, so here's the story. I originally was gonna go see Sabrina Carpenter because she's also coming to Missouri in October. She actually announced her tour. Well, I don't know when Dan and Phil announced their tour, but I had heard of Sabrina Carpenter's tour before I had heard of the Dan and Phil tour. And so I heard Espresso, and I loved it so much that I bought it on vinyl, the little 45. And then Please 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 came out, and I loved that even more than Espresso. I was like, I'm so excited for this album. I'm so excited for this album. And then she announced the tour. And I saw that she was coming to St. Louis in October. And I so badly wanted to see that because I was so excited for her new album. I was like, this is going to be a new artist that I'm really excited about, and I'm going to be able to see her. I'm trying to see more shows. I have to be really strategic about who I choose to see because, like, obviously I can't afford to see everybody that I want to see, which I'll bring in Dan and Phil later. But anyway, so I really wanted to see Sabrina Carpenter, and I had full intentions on buying tickets to her tour. But that same week, Dan and Phil announced the dates and locations for their Terrible Influence tour. And I see that they are also coming to Missouri, not St. Louis, Kansas City, in October, literally 5 days after Sabrina Carpenter is coming to St. Louis. And I was like, holy shit! I'm gonna have to choose who I want to see because I can't make a trip to St. Louis and spend $500+ to see Sabrina Carpenter and then go to Kansas City 5 days later and spend more hundreds of dollars to go see Dan and Phil. So I have to choose who to see because I can't afford to see both, and I don't have the time to see both either because they're both far away. And so I decided that I was gonna see Dan and Phil over Sabrina Carpenter just because Dan and Phil are British. They're from Europe, so the likelihood of them coming back to Kansas City on a later tour is like way slimmer, I think, than Sabrina Carpenter making a trip back around to Missouri at a later tour. And also, I've been watching Dan and Phil for way longer. I've been watching Dan and Phil since I was like 14. That's super exciting. I'm gonna go see Dan and Phil at the Terrible Influence tour in October. Anyway, so I had full intentions of filming this day, but I honestly think I should just cut it here and let this can just be a catch-up video because it's gonna be probably like 25 minutes long just by itself. And then if I get up to anything else today, I'll just vlog that kind of on the side and put it in a different video. How about that, okay? I didn't realize how much I wanted to tell you until I turned the camera on and I was like, I have a month's worth of busyness and news to catch you up on. And I really want to get better about making content while it's happening, because I don't want to have to be making these monthly catch-up videos telling you all of the stuff that I didn't film. I just wish that I could film it and show you guys in real time. But it's hard because making content takes so much longer than you think. Crocheting takes a long time, as it is already. And making content about it on top of that, whew, that's a lot of time. And I've been busy with work. Like, I literally haven't had a day off for the past 2 weeks. I mean, the weekends, but usually I have like a day at least, possibly even 2, depending on how big or small the job is, in the middle of the week. I haven't had that because we've been painting walls, not cabinets this week. Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, was that sweet? I guess so. So you can't sleep. But yeah, I really would like to one day film some movie commentaries. I don't know if this is something that I would do like on this channel or make a separate channel, because I have like 2 other YouTube channels from early high school when I was being crazy in high school. That is something that's on my radar. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon because like my crochet business is gonna be my priority for the next while, because I'm just trying to grow my social media presence, and it's hard. It's really hard, especially when you don't really like social media all that much. I mean, like, I like doom scrolling as much as the next person, but like as far as posting, I guess what I'm really trying to say is that I'm bad at Instagram. Also, I'm kind of bad at TikTok too. Like, I don't know how, first of all, I can't do those lip syncing videos. I just don't look natural doing it. And also, it's hard when you have a small following, I think, to like find good sounds on TikTok. I mean, because I don't know how this works, but I think only the bigger accounts on TikTok can use like actual music, like Chappell Roan and Sabrina Carpenter, and all of the trending sounds. Big content, big accounts can use those sounds. I can't use them because they're not licensed for individual or whatever use, whatever it says. I can't use them. Like, I can't use please, please, please. I can't use hot to go. I can't use good luck, babe. Oh my God. I'm not even done. I'm not even done telling you. I'm not even done telling you all the exciting shit that I've done. I really like the idea of shopping small when it comes to records. Like, I love the idea of buying from a local record store. So anytime I go in there, I usually walk out with something. I usually always find something that I want. The past 3 times that I've gone, I have walked in, found the exact record that I have wanted. I've literally all 3 times that I've gone to that record store, I've probably been in there for less than 3 minutes because I just walked in, found what I wanted, and paid for it and walked out. Like, the first time I went in for my birthday, and I found Jazz by Queen. I've been wanting that album for years, and I finally have it on vinyl, and I was super excited about it. It was right there displayed on the wall in the classic rock section. And then, a couple of months later, we go again, and I look for An Innocent Man by Billy Joel. I fucking love that album. And I wanted it for my birthday, and I didn't get it. Well, I got that other album for my birthday, but anyway. So I go over, and I look in the J section of the soul and funk, or whatever genre Billy Joel was in. I think he was probably in also the classic rock section. But anyway, I go right over to the Billy Joel labeled section, and I find it, and I walk out and pay for it. And so the last time that I go into the record store, I go in there, and I'm looking for one specific thing. I don't really have the high hopes of actually finding it. But then, I walk down, and I start skimming the records in the bins, and I get to the genre that I'm looking for, and I look up, and guess what I see? That's fucking right, baby! That's fucking right! The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan. I found it on vinyl at my local record store. When I tell you the giggles that came out of my mouth in that store, and when I tell you that I snatched it up like I was in a mall on Black Friday and somebody was gonna steal it from behind me, I was like, I hope there are no other girlies in here, because this Chappell Roan album is leaving with me. And now it's in my house, and now it's in my collection, and I am happy. Okay, I think I'm going to end this video because I've been talking for a while, but I did just want to show you really fast the green cardigan that I made for a commission. Ta-da! Nice. Also, I've been listening to The Basement Yard a lot the past couple of weeks. That's kind of irrelevant, but I just wanted to say it because it's true. I think they're hilarious. I love The Basement Yard, and Joe Santagato can get it.